In preparation for E3, Microsoft has given us a huge update on Xcloud, including new hardware. They also talked about the importance of gaming within Microsoft, and we learned some new awesome facts about Gamepass. Well, and they teased a lot of things like more studio acquisitions. And in today's video we are discussing all of this and a lot more. Hello gamers from around the world, this is Archimedes, the video game enthusiast from Germany, with a video on a big Xbox Wire article that highlighted an interview from head of Xbox Phil Spencer with the CEO of Microsoft Satya Nadella. Quite the interesting combination, and of course you can find the link to the source down below. But before we start, I want to say that this video is going to be a little bit different than the videos that I usually do. Because of the sheer amount of showcases and announcements over the next days, I will have a little bit less editing and a little bit less scripting in this video than you are used to. It simply saves time, which allows me to cover more things over the next days. So this time you get an Archimedes who speaks a little bit more freely than usual. But I hope that you will still find this video entertaining, and if you do so, please consider to hit the like and subscribe button and maybe even turn on the notification bell to not miss out on future content, because we will be discussing a lot more about E3 over the next days on this channel. Okay, but let's focus on the topic of this video. Just about 3 days before Xbox is having their big E3 event on Sunday, they emphasized the importance of gaming within Microsoft. They delivered a message of reassurance that the Xbox division has the backing of the main organization. Sometimes this has been in question after the launch of the Xbox One back in 2013, but with Phil Spencer's promotion to be included in the board of management within Microsoft, and especially with the acquisition of Bethesda and ZeniMax last year for the record-breaking sum of $7.5 billion, I think most of us were convinced Microsoft is in for the long haul.
So as a company, Microsoft's all in on gaming. We believe we can play a leading role in democratizing gaming and defining that future of interactive entertainment, quite frankly, at scale. There are really three, I think, areas or key areas where we believe we have incredible competitive advantage. First is our leadership in cloud computing. Second, the resources we have to build out the subscription value and with Xbox Gamepass. And third is our overall focus on empowering the creators. And so I'm really excited about the opportunity in gaming.
So as you can see, Microsoft sees gaming as a fundamental pillar of their company. But why is this so important? Well, to have the backing of one of the most valuable companies in the world can only mean a lot of investments, big budgets for developers, freedom for creatives, and most importantly, they can take financial risks on new business models like Gamepass that brings us gamers a lot, and I mean really a lot of value. Okay, but in the beginning of his statement, Satya mentioned cloud computing, so let's use that as a segue into the next big announcements of the Xbox Wire article. Xcloud, the streaming service that allows games to be computed within the data centers from Microsoft and then stream the image to your device, is getting a huge upgrade on all ends. Let's quote here from the article. Xbox is working with global TV manufacturers to embed the Xbox experience directly into internet-connected televisions with no extra hardware required except a controller. Not to say I told you so, but it was kind of obvious that this is the plan from Microsoft. Bring Xcloud to as many devices as possible. Of course, TVs are key. They are in every living room, but a console is not. So let's quote here from the article. Xbox is building its own streaming device for Xcloud gaming to reach gamers on any TV or monitor without the need for a console at all. So either your TV will support natively an Xcloud app. Unfortunately, they haven't revealed yet which models will support a native Xcloud app, but even if your TV doesn't support it, they will have an Xcloud stick, kind of like the Fire TV stick from Amazon. Then all you need is a controller and you are good to go. Whenever I talk about Xcloud, I always get the critics that are afraid that Microsoft will eliminate consoles and only move to that. But rest assured, consoles and PC will remain the best way to game. They are not going anywhere. Streaming will only be an additional option for gamers that don't want to invest $300 to $500 or euro for a console upfront. It is an option for a low entry key and to bring gaming into regions where people might not be able to afford to buy PCs, consoles and expensive games. So let's hear from Phil Spencer himself on that topic. Of course, there's still a place for consoles and PCs, and frankly, there always will be, but throughout the cloud we will be able to deliver a robust gaming experience to anyone connected to the internet. So rest assured, consoles and PCs are here to stay. The announced Xcloud streaming stick is just an option, and who can argue with options? I personally use Xcloud mainly on my phone, kinda as my Xbox handheld, and that's why the next big announcement made me really happy. Xbox is working with telecommunication providers on new purchasing models like Xbox All Access. Great to hear that they want to partner with telecommunication companies to better support mobile gaming on Xcloud. I do hope that they also consider companies outside of the United States, but still great for us gamers. Okay, but what else has been announced? Xcloud is coming to new regions like Australia, Brazil, Mexico and Japan, coming later this year. Also, they will support Xcloud in browsers like Edge, Chrome and Safari, so whatever device can run these browsers, you can play Xcloud on it. Well, I have made the joke in some of my previous videos that eventually you will be able to play Xcloud on whatever device you want, your refrigerator, your washing machine or your smart lawnmower. And listen, as long as you can connect a Bluetooth controller to those devices or they support touchscreens, you will be able to eventually play your Xbox games on them. But for all fans of the next-gen consoles, Microsoft had one final amazing announcement. We are in the final stages of updating our Microsoft data centers around the world with our latest generation of hardware, the Xbox Series X. This means gamers will see faster load times, improved frame rates and experience Xbox Series X and S optimized games. So very soon, games played in the cloud will be run on the new Xbox Series X in the data centers of Microsoft. You will get to experience on your smartphone or device you play on the same awesome graphics, load times, etc. that you get on the next-gen consoles. With that, the data centers of Microsoft are future-proof and ready for whatever awesome games will be revealed in the next years. Now, if you consider that you get all of that with your Gamepass subscription at no additional cost, and with the Gamepass subscription you gain access to more than 350 games from small to AAA, this offer is just outstanding and Microsoft really makes gaming cheaper and more accessible than ever before. So great times to be a gamer. But with that, I want to wrap it up. With E3 around the corner and the big Xbox event happening on Sunday, I am glad that Microsoft got this announcement out of the way up front. As much as I'm excited for these kind of announcements to make the platform and the options for gamers even better, I don't want those kind of announcements during the big showcase. The E3 showcase should focus on games and even more games that we get to play now on either the next-gen consoles, on PC or every other device that has an internet connection via Xcloud. And to bring things to an end, Microsoft teased that they will announce even more studio acquisitions, meaning more developers working on more games coming to the ecosystem during E3. Here's what I mean. They spoke about their pipeline of games coming from the Xbox Game Studios, and I quote now, "More than 23 studios worldwide are creating games for Xbox. Our goal is to release at least one new first-party game into Game Pass every quarter." So I don't know about you, but I'm super excited for the next days and all the announcements that will come out of E3, not just for the future of Xbox, but also for gaming in general. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and consider sharing this out to other gamers, cause rest assured I have a lot more E3 coverage coming on my channel. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can now become a channel member. This will grant tier 2 channel members early access to my videos, and all members will get access to custom-made badges and emojis. If you want to learn more about the channel membership, just hit the join button and you will find all the infos you need. And let me thank those who are already channel members. I'm truly humbled by your support. You are a big part in helping me taking this channel to the next level. And now let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the latest Xcloud announcements and Xbox statements? Are you excited for E3? And besides here on YouTube, you can also hit me up on Twitter, where I share a lot of opinions and gaming discussions. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I see you the next time, and game on!